So I just found out recently that Blockbuster Video, that's right, Blockbuster Video. Remember the old brick and mortar video chain from over a decade ago? Yeah, they could very well be coming back. They had posted these tweets here back in August of 2020 saying they're just checking in and kind of left it up for about 24 hours and they posted, okay, thanks, and that was their first time having any communication whatsoever for about 6 years at that time, because they hadn't posted anything on their Twitter since 2014 when they were letting everybody know that they were going out of business. But 3 days ago, on July 22nd, they posted this tweet, basically saying that they were rising from the grave, with a gif of Billy Butcherson from one of my favorite movies, Hocus Pocus, rising from the grave. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. I'm a former Blockbuster video manager. I worked at Blockbuster for over 10 years, from the early 2000s all the way up to about 2011 or so. And I worked there for quite a while. I worked at 3 different stores, if memory serves me correctly. 2 to 3 stores in Indianapolis. 4 stores, sorry, and another store in Greenfield. So, but I worked there for a long, long time. And I actually started at Blockbuster when there were still VHSs on the shelves. There weren't as many, but there were still a few. And my time at Blockbuster, man, it was one of my favorite retail. Probably I would say my favorite retail experience ever was working at Blockbuster Video. And I've had so many experiences there. I've got so many things I could talk about, and I've thought about actually sharing them right here on this channel. Now, you might not know this, but I did have a YouTube channel a few years ago called Tales from the Block, and I've actually considered making that a little bit of a series here on our YouTube channel. So let me know in the comments below if you would like to see me talk about my time as a Blockbuster Video employee. Now, I have a lot of stories, a lot of them. And I've told some of my friends these stories. I've told, Raven, you've seen her on here before. I've told her some of these stories. They're pretty good. I've got a lot to share with you. Some involving a Master Chief statue. Some involving a Red Dead Redemption cardboard cutout that we hid from someone in the ceiling. Yeah, I know, lots of really, really ridiculous stories. But Blockbuster Video, man, it's a huge pop culture icon, and there is one store left in Bend, Oregon. Now, I've not had the pleasure of visiting. I think it'd be kind of cool to be able to do that one day. It would be an insanely odd trip back in time for me, because it's been quite a few years since I've walked right back into a Blockbuster Video. I think the last time I was there was like like maybe 2012-ish, my last time there. But it's been over 10 years ago since I've been inside of a Blockbuster Video. That's just crazy to think about. And if you don't know, brick and mortar movie stores were super, super important. In the 90s, early 2000s. I mean, there was a time when there was like 4 or 5 different major retail brick and mortar video stores. You had video stores such as Hollywood Video, Family Video, Video Update. Those are the 3 that I remember. Then there was Movie Gallery. Remember Movie Gallery? Does anybody remember Movie Gallery? I sure do, because I used to rent there too. And then, of course, growing up in Indianapolis, we had places like D Rose Video, Red Giraffe. Maybe some of you might remember those if you're from the Midwest or whatever. Another very popular one was Suncoast Video. Does anybody remember Suncoast Video? I believe they were in the mall, I think. They were a mall video rental store. But video rental has been such a very popular thing. Even libraries still let you rent movies. You can go to your library and rent Blu-rays even right now, which may seem weird, but it's the thing that people are able to do still. But for me, it was always about talking with the customers and it's talking about movies and your favorite ones that you enjoy, or as an employee, learning from your customers about the movies that they went and saw. I remember always telling people, man, let me know what you think about that movie when you come back and bring it back, right? And they did. And, I didn't care if they liked it or not personally. I hope that they had a good experience with the movie they rented or whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm not the one that produces those movies, but it was always a great conversation. And of all the retail jobs I've worked at in the over probably about 20-year history I have of working at retail, for me, Blockbuster was absolutely the easiest retail job I ever worked, because we all love movies. We like going to movies, we like watching movies at home, and it was always fun, especially on Tuesdays, because Tuesdays was new release day, and that was usually our busiest day of the week, besides Friday night and Saturday during the day. And then, of course, we rented video games too. So the gamer in me got the best of both worlds. I got to talk to people about about video games and about movies and even TV shows as well. Not only that, but I had a pretty awesome crew of people that I worked with during my long tenure of being a Blockbuster Video employee. We had a lot of fun. We used to shoot remember those little yellow locks that would go into the DVD cases? We used to shoot those with rubber bands, using a rubber band, at each other from across the store. And yes, there were times when we would accidentally hit there would be a customer that got caught in the crossfire. But hey, you know what? A lot of our customers were super, super cool too, and they knew that we were trying to have fun. There were times when, we had movies playing, and I would get to choose the movies, and so, I would always play favorites like Breakfast Club and things like that on the TV screens in the store. But who knows what's going to happen with Blockbuster? This is not the only time they've done this. Are they trying to make a comeback? Now, I also used to work at a little toy store. You might have heard of it, called Toys R Us. And I worked there. I believe it was in 2018. I worked there. And I enjoyed my time there. I didn't work there nowhere near as long as I did at Blockbuster. I wasn't there during the days when they weren't going through bankruptcy like I was at Blockbuster. I was there before the fall Blockbuster, basically. And Toys R Us is apparently coming back and is going to be inside of Macy's. Weird times. And who knows, we might see some Toys R Us standalone shops coming back. Who knows? But please let me know your thoughts on whether or not, what do you think about Blockbuster Video making a return? I mean, will you go and rent videos in a store again? Netflix has been having a lot of issues. We know this. They've been losing money. They've been losing subscribers. That's why they're trying to introduce this new ad tier where the cost is lower to put ads in, which I think is just weird. I mean, think about it. Right now, you're paying, what, $19.99 a month just for their top tier, which gives you 4K Ultra HD. Who knows? Maybe Blockbuster is working on their own Netflix. They did try their own Netflix for a while, and it just failed. It was bad. It was really, really bad. But who knows? I might do some Tales from the Block here on the domain. Let me know what you think about that as well, and your other thoughts on this whole situation, about your experience with brick and mortar video stores, whether it's Family Video, Movie Gallery, Video Update, Hollywood Video, and good old Blockbuster Video. Let me know. I do read the comments daily. I might not always respond, but I do read them from time to time, and I do check them out. And I also appreciate every single one of you for subscribing to us here on the domain, where we try to cover all sorts of nerdy things, from pop culture to entertainment to movies to video games and everything else in between. Thank you guys for subscribing, and if you haven't already, what the heck is wrong with you? You should subscribe to us. You should definitely subscribe to our channel, as we're trying to make our way towards 1,200 subscribers, but I would like to see us hit 2,000 by the end of the year. It's not impossible, because look where we're at now. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Until the next one, I'll see you guys. Take it easy.